welcome everybody to, I've lost track, the 51st Friday morning warm-up. And as ever, we've got a bit of clapping to start with, then the warming up of the instrument, some chromatic scales, and then we'll go through the usual exercise sheet and finish off with some strumming and playing along. So first of all, I've got a clapping pattern. Now, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, we had the little ostinato riff at the beginning of Oye Como Va, the Tito Puente tune which Santana covered and made a big hit of. And later on in the same tune, there's a regular 4-bar rhythmic pattern which appears. So it's not normally looped. You don't normally clap it for a minute like we're going to. It's just played once, but we're going to clap that rhythm. It's a highly percussive rhythm. It's a 4-bar pattern. That's not 2 bars played at the same time. It's a 4-bar sequence. So you read the second line, then first line, then the second line. Some of you will have heard it before. So, but I'm just going to go through it step by step quickly, just so you've got the hang of it, and then we'll clap it to a metronome. So let's just do the first line. You can forget your feet for this one if you want to concentrate on just the clapping. Just do the top line first of all. Just read it the best you can, and follow me. And so just the first 2 bars, just once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba. Da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I hope that becomes familiar. Let's do the second line because we're going to join them up in a minute. So this is the second part. So bars 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little pause at the end before the final clap. Second line again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last line again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's put the thing together just once all the way through, then stop. So all 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, one more time, then we'll put it to a metronome, and that will be the clapping warm-up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it starts again. Okay, it might help with the metronome because there's a little ding on beat 1 of each bar. That'll help you locate where you are if you do get a bit astray. So this is from, as I say, from Oye Como Va by Tito Puente or Santana, which is a cha-cha-cha. So if you go and listen to it, it's a bit of cha-cha-cha music. So you might get up and dance. Here we go. So just for a minute, clapping all 4 bars. After 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. Last time. Oh, right. Oh, my egg timer got stuck with all the stuff at the top, so it never actually counted a minute. Okay, I hope that was okay. And even if you weren't necessarily clapping the rhythm, it will still warm you up. Just the mere fact that you are clapping. Okay, right. Okay, we're going to move on now with the warm up of the actual instrument. So if you'd like to grab your instrument, the scale today is the melodic minor in D. Oh, got my cables caught up. Crash bang. Sorry about that. Get my guitar tangled up. And so concert D, we're going to just drone on for a while. So okay, here we go. One. So you know what to do. Just warming up your instrument, long tones and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's kind of just helps get the instrument in tune, get your ears tuned in as well. So the chromatic scale is the next thing, and I think I described in the email. We're going to start on D, concert D. We're going to go up 2 semitones, so it'll be, and then repeat that phrase. So that's D, D sharp, E, and then just do the same pattern but a semitone higher. D sharp, E, F, dun, dun, dun. So the sound of impending climbing doom. And it'll be in that pattern. So it'll start like this. Dun, 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 and so on. I'm just saying that so that I don't want you getting lost right at the beginning. So that's the pattern, all the way from D up to the octave D, concert D. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one. One more. Let's do all that again. Back to the beginning after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Now you're a little bit more familiar with the pattern. Let's just speed that up somewhat. Okay, here we go. After 4, same again. 1, 2, 3, 4. last time. Last one. And just to round it off, we're just going to do all the way up. That's just the normal chromatic scale, D up to D, and all the way back down again at the same tempo. So just single notes all the way up and down. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And down. Speed it up a little bit. Oh, 120 beats a minute. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. One more just for luck, really quickly. See how you get on with this one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The chromatic scale. Okay, moving on. And if you'd like to get your instrument exercise sheets up or out or on the music stand, or follow the one on the screen. So we're looking at the D minor scale, but the melodic minor. And a couple of things here. One is that it differs from other minor scales in that it has a couple of raised notes. So if you took the natural minor, which is simply the going through the major scale but starting on the sixth. So in the case of D, that would just have one flat, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, D. That's what we call the natural minor. The harmonic minor, which is not this one, but the harmonic minor has a raised seventh. So you'd raise the seventh note from a C to a C sharp. But the melodic minor also has a raised sixth note. So the B flat is raised to a B. So you've got a raised sixth and a raised seventh on a melodic minor compared to the natural everyday minor, the one that appears in the major scale. So that's the main thing. Now there's two schools of thought on practicing this. If you're from a classical background, you'll normally practice the melodic minor going up, ascending, but you come down the natural minor. And for reasons to do with tetrachords, in fact. But that's the classical approach, to go up the melodic minor and come down the natural minor. If you're from the jazz world or the rock world, where you use melodic minor, particularly for improvisation, you'll go up the melodic minor and you'll come down the melodic minor. There won't be any reference to the natural minor on the way down, unless you happen to want to choose those notes. Now, for this particular one, I've thought for the first time in my life I'd practice going up the melodic and down the natural minor, which is the classical approach. So that's what I've got on the screen in front of you. So looking at the first scale, bar 1, that is the melodic minor as we know it, going up with the raised 6th and 7th. But the second bar is the natural minor coming down, which is what we did last week. So it's no different. So let's do the first bar in your respective keys. So, yeah, we're just going to do bar 1 just once. So this is the melodic minor ascending. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And again. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And again. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Now we'll do the second bar. So we're now descending. So rather than coming down the same sequence of notes, we're coming down the natural minor, or the Aeolian mode, if you like to call it that. Here we go. So coming down concert D, natural minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And again after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, you can hear the difference, can't you? So let's do the first 2 bars then. So up the melodic minor, down the natural minor. Okay, after 4, just as written, first 2 bars. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, I hope that was okay. And again, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. All right, that's the melodic minor, concert D. Just looking at the arpeggios now. What I've done here is literally taken the root, 3rd, 5th, and 7th of those 2 scales. So the 7th is the one that's going to differ, because going up it's a sharpened 7th, not a sharpened 7th, a major 7th. Coming down it's a minor 7th or a dominant 7th. So you'll see these 2 arpeggios are slightly different on the way up and down, just reflecting the scales. So we're just going to play the 2 bars, bars 3 and 4, and finish on the root note when you get to the end. It's not shown on the screen, but just play it as... Okay, here we go. After 4, 1, 2... Oops, that's a bit fast. Slow down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put that root note on the end. Let's do that again. 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we have it. So if they're chords, that's a minor major 7th, that's bar 3, and that's a minor 7th, bar 4. So all interesting stuff, but we're just trying to warm ourselves up, not expand our brains too far. Right, on to the second line now. So we've got the scale exercise in the ascending. So this will be working its way up the melodic minor scale with the raised 6th and the raised 7th. Same pattern as last week, actually. So right, here we go. Just going to do that all 4 bars. 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope that was good for you. Let's do that again. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So that's going up the melodic minor scale. This next one is coming down the natural minor scale. Same key, of course. Right, okay, so we're just going to do all 4 bars descending the natural minor scale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Yeah, much more of a folky sound to it. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we have it, and the melodic minor scale with the descending natural minor. Okay, moving on to our triad and playing it on rhythms. We've finished with all the possibilities of the major and minor triads, all the inversions, ascending and descending, so it shows you how many we've done. So we're moving on to the augmented triad next. And without going into too much depth on the augmented triad, the inversions are all pretty much the same as each other because it's an evenly spaced triad. It's going up in major thirds, and if you add another major third onto the last third, you end up back at the first note. So if you shift them all, they will become, that's not a particularly clear explanation, but it just means that the inversions are basically the same as the original. Note-wise it'd be different, but the pattern would be the same. The other interesting thing about the augmented triad is it only appears in minor keys. It doesn't appear in the major scale. So if you play all the notes in a major scale, whatever order, you will not find an augmented triad amongst them. But you will find it, actually I can show you, on the melodic minor scale and the harmonic minor scale as well. Because if you go back to the, I've just gone back to the top of the screen, the first bar, you see they've got the melodic minor scale there in concert. That's D, E, F, G, A, B, C sharp, D. If you go to the third note, the F, and go to the third of that, so think of that as the root of the triad, go up to the third, you've got an A, go up to the next third, you've got C sharp. F, A, and C sharp. That's an augmented triad. And that pattern doesn't appear in the major scale anywhere. If you find it, show me. That only appears in the melodic minor scale and the harmonic minor scale. So it will be from the harmonic minor scale traditionally, but so that's why I've chosen F, A, and C sharp as the triad, because it's from the third degree of the melodic minor scale. Right. No, you can forget all that and just play it. So let's just play. Oh, I didn't say where you're going to hear this. You won't hear it very often. The chord is used in a lot of music, but you don't often hear the little arpeggio played as certainly not as an introduction to a piece of music. I haven't found anything. The nearest I found was Oh Darling by the Beatles, when they start with a little chord, just a little strum, like that. It's a little bluesy, so but if you straighten it out, you might hear this. Oops, sorry. And that's the start of the, that's in Oh Darling by the Beatles. Haven't found it anywhere else. But it does appear as a chord, obviously, in lots of places. Right. Sorry about that rumbling. That's my printer waking up. Here we go. Let's just play the first bar round and round. I'm doing more talking than usual today. So let's just do the first bar and loop it. So this is the augmented triad after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and again loop. Yeah. did say. One more time. Yeah, F, A, C sharp. Bit like a major chord, F, A, C, but with a sharpened fifth. Another way of looking at it. So, okay, on to the second bar. It's really just doubling up the previous bar into quavers. So let's loop the second bar. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Boom, boom, da, do, do, da. On to the next pair of bars. So it's going through the notes of that triad. Actually, it's kind of. Just read it anyway as it's shown. But rhythmically, this is the same as a 2-3 clave. So if you've got that pattern in your head, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2. That will help with playing this particular rhythm. So we're going to do, just play it once, bars 3 and 4 of this line. So you've got a beat rest at the beginning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Let's loop it now, yeah? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Chris did actually suggest, in terms of triads and songs, it's probably something that Les Dawson would play. He's very musical, Les Dawson. He probably would, and he'd be... he'd know what he was doing. Right, on to the last line, first bar. Let's just play that once to make sure we got that right. The last two beats are on the off beat, so just watch out for that. Again, as always, I'm just telling myself. Just the first bar of the last line. After 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's loop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Actually, it did occur to me another scale that this can be derived from is the whole tone scale. And so if you listen to music which has got use of the whole tone scale in it, there'll be quite a lot of augmented triads in that. And a good example of that is Thelonious Monk. He did enjoy using the the whole tone scale, and he would have put an awful lot of augmented chords into his playing. So, and also Julie pointed out the opening chord on No Particular Place to Go by Chuck Berry. That's also a one of these chords, just not an arpeggio, that's all. Anyway, on to the second bar of the bottom line. Okay, let's just do that once. Second bar of the bottom line, just once to make sure we get it right. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now let's loop it, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Right, good. I noticed the time is cracking on, so let's move on. If you do have to go, don't worry, just leave if you need to. I've been waffling on a bit today. Right, last 2 bars, and just involving some triplets. If you're a fan of semiquavers, you'll have to wait till another time, because I haven't got any in this one. Right, last 2 bars, just play it once, just to get that right. Some triplets after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Boom, dun, dun. And now looped after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Okay, there we have our sheet, and we've completed that. So we're just going to move on to the final part of the session, and that is the where I strum the chords and you do what you like. You can use those minor scales to noodle about, or play chord tones, arpeggios, or strum along. So I'm going to be playing the concert C at the top, and you can be playing your relative key below. So here we go. After 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the top. 2, 3, 4. And again. Last time round. 2, 3, 4. Finish on the first chord. And And there we have it. Thank you very much, everybody. And I hope you all feel good now and warmed up. And we'll just get that off the screen. And nice to see plenty of you still coming out. That's great.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Thank you very much, Dave. That's brilliant.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Good week, everybody.
Yeah.
See you next week. Yeah.
Bye,
Everybody.
Hiya, Jane. I've just seen Jane.
Thank you, Dave.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Take care, everybody.
And Robert's there as well. These double bass.